Intel, obviously, one of those companies releasing data, setting goals, being transparent, having the tough conversations. I know you have a number of initiatives, including a warm line program that goes beyond the usual HR services and it tries to engage with the employees in a different way. Explain how that's used.
Yes, I think what we learned early on is if we are to really achieve these diversity and inclusion goals, it can't depend solely on hiring. I think that's a natural place for people to start to think that they can hire their way out of this diversity and inclusion work. At Intel, we learned is hiring, is progression, but it's also retention. And so the Achilles heel for us was around retention. So we set out to try and find really an innovative way to get in front of the exit interviews. Because at the point of the exit interviews, you've lost the employee, and it's far too down, as she's saying, down the pipeline at that point. Plus, you don't really get real data. So in the exit interviews, because we aim to be professional, we don't want to burn any bridges, you don't really get the kernel of truth about why employees are leaving.
They're just walking out the door.
Yeah, they say, hey, I need to go take care of my grandmom. She lives on the East Coast. When in reality, you're taking a job on the East Coast, right? That's the politeness of us, and I get that. So what Intel did was we implemented a very innovative warm line service. And we think of really retention as a bank. Everyday employees come into your companies, my company. It's transactional in many cases. And a transaction can put a deposit in the bank or it can take out from the bank. And when an employee is close to insufficient funds, let's just say, that is at the moment where in Intel they call the warm line. So this service has been in place for about 2 years. We've had 10,000 employees that have utilized the warm line. But the key is we've been able to save 90% of those employees because they have a safe place to have real conversation about what's getting in the way of them retaining. And on the other side, it's just given us a source of predictive analytics that can help us drive really proactive solutions. So all of a sudden now I can say my top 2 issues are managers and also progression. Therefore, as a diversity and inclusion officer with my leadership team, we can then put in place really solid solutions to try and help employees through that. I can also tell you if the challenges are in a certain business unit, a certain business manager, and it just brings so much rich data for us to really act upon.
You're basically talking the language that the executives understand, which is data-driven.
Exactly. And an engineering culture like Intel, where 85,000 of our 107,000 employees are engineers, you need data.